Hello and welcome to the Creaky Kulis. Today we are in Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlords, and we are in the 30th episode of this series, of this Let's Play. So a big thank you to anybody who has made it to episode 30. We have literally started this playthrough from scratch, built up all the way to a kingdom, and now of course we're kind of like in our almost a brand new Let's Play, because this is kind of a really important last few episodes. It's about actually sustaining your kingdom and growing as that one clan kingdom, defending against all of those attacks, and of course recruiting those all important first lords. And that is what this episode is about, guys. We are at war with Sturgia. We're continuing from the last episode, and as I promised in that last episode, in this episode today we are going to be recruiting lords to our kingdom. Now, unfortunately, one thing I would always recommend to anyone with the whole idea about wanting to recruit lords later for your own kingdom is build relationships. Now, that's something we didn't do early on in this playthrough. Therefore, if we look at the clans that Sturgia has, and we look at the different clan heads, because of course they're who we need to talk to recruit these clans, using a Wikipedia, we haven't built relationships with these guys. That's kind of annoying, and because of that, that means that these clans are going to be rather costly for us to recruit. The other thing when it comes to recruiting clans, they look at a few different things. Now, if we was just a one castle kingdom, and of course Sturgia being Sturgia, owning towns and castles, or any different kingdom for that matter, they'd be looking down upon us. But we're not any ordinary kingdom. We actually have a decent amount of land, despite us only being a kingdom clan of 2. So that kind of puts us on an even footing. Then you've also got another thing to consider or to look at, and that is the wealth of a clan. If a clan already has a castle, they're not going to be wanting to move because they're quite happy. If they are rich, they're probably not going to be wanting to move because they are happy. These are a few different things for us to look at when it comes to who we can recruit, who we can't recruit. Again, if a clan hates you, probably they are not going to join you regardless of how much money you have either. So these are just a few things that these different clan heads will look at when it comes to you trying to recruit them. You know, your general kingdom size and strength compared to their own, the wealth of their own clan, whether their clan has a castle or not, and of course the relation you have with that clan. So a few things to consider when it comes to actually recruiting those guys. I figured that I would mention these things in this episode, because this episode is all about recruiting these clans. As I promised, we're going to try and recruit some clans in this episode. Also try and make it the best episode we've ever done before, because this is the 30th episode of this series, and I believe this is the longest running Let's Play we've ever done. Now, I believe this could well be a clan head, so let's see if we can get him to. There we go. What are you saying exactly? That is what we needed. So this is someone we can definitely recruit. Now, my advice here is just to go for the highest percentage. Now, charm in green, for instance, we have a high charm. Therefore, this charm is what's going to be weighing in this answer. And we got a critical success, which is perfect. We need to fill up these 4 notches. We get 4 questions, 1 notch per question. Now, we got a critical success, which is great. So we only need 2 more. And we got another success. Again, this is fantastic. Now, just warning, you could get a critical fail, which is just meh, you're done, you're dusted, you're not going to get another chance to recruit that lord. And at 81%, we did get the 4th gold circle that we needed in order to recruit this clan to our kingdom. However, even after you do that, we still have to pay him. And as we are talking to someone inside the castle walls. We don't have any access to the rest of our gear, so we can only offer up dinars. Of course, if we found them on the battlefield, we should then be able to offer them gear as well, you know, weapons and horses and food and all that jazz. But we can only offer dinars right here. And of course, he is costing a fair bit as well. This is definitely not a cheap guy, definitely not a cheap clan. And of course, him being the first big clan I recruit over, it's actually really important. So I definitely don't mind paying too much. I know that I'm going to be paying over the odds for all of these guys. It is just what it is, unfortunately. But just like that, guys, we are able to recruit this clan to our kingdom. And it's a pretty good clan too. He's not too bad in the old clan tier. Hopefully he's not going to be the last that we're able to recruit. Like I said, watch out for those critical fails and critical successes. We absolutely like them. If you ever get into a conversation, you find someone that you're able to recruit, or at least able to unlock those questions for, and your odds are not good enough, you know, 20%, 50%, whatever it is, exit the conversation. If you don't go to proceed in the conversation or reload even, then you're absolutely fine. Work on the relationship with that clan and then have another go. Another thing I would absolutely recommend, guys, is to save your game before attempting to recruit someone, because if you do fail the conversation, then you're not going to be able to try and recruit them for, I believe it is an entire year of in-game time. So save yourself some trouble, save the game beforehand. If you fail, reload, try again. Save scumming, unfortunately, is part of RNG games sometimes. Of course, if you want to just purely go through it, like we are in this episode, then that's absolutely fine too. But my recommendation is just save your game and save yourself a little bit of time. Now, our guy is actually still in our clan. Our newly recruited clan is actually in the keep right now, so I'm sure he'll pop out in a minute. Until then, let's see if we can find anyone else that might actually be a clan leader. Let's see if these guys are in here. There is a huge list of lords inside this town.
I'd wish you peace and prosperity, but of course.
There we go. Let's see what he says. We're down to just 1.9 million now. What you saying exactly? Now, this is what we wanted. Now, at 51%, this is something I wouldn't want to... Whew, that's something that I just wouldn't want to necessarily do without saving first. Okay? So keep that in mind, because at 51%, that was a... Oh my god. Ineffective. We failed on that. Okay, we got one more chance. Ineffective again. At 81%, it was ineffective. That's really unlucky. We needed a critical success then. And of course, if you do pick an option that is highlighted green, in other words, works with one of your perks, you've got a higher chance of getting that critical success. There's also a perk in where you level up, where you can actually pick for a better chance at succeeding when it comes to dialogue options. So picking up that perk can definitely help. Unfortunately, we did fail to recruit that clan, which means we're not going to be able to try again for an entire year, unfortunately. And this is why saving before interacting with these clans can be really, really useful, because then we could have reloaded. Unfortunately, we didn't. So we're going to go carry on and see if we can find anyone else. Let's have a look. See if he's in Sturgia. See if he's in this town. Nope, I don't believe he is. Let's go to the next clan. I backed up way too far. Now, we fought this guy recently, and I swear we brought him in here. We did. There he is, just down at the top there. I thought we chased him in, to be fair. Let's see what he says. What are you saying exactly? Okie dokie. So we've got a chance to recruit this guy. And we got a critical success. That's really, really good. Now, only 2 more points. I'm going to get 3 questions at this. I would always go for the 100% chance. Never go for anything less. There we go, guys. And we managed to recruit yet another clan. Of course, now we do have to pay those wages. And oddly enough, and I'm pretty sure this is actually a clan head that we would like to talk to, but oddly enough, we've actually got access to all of our inventory. So instead of just doing dinars, we can actually offer up some of our crafted swords. And they are extremely valuable, so this will save us a little bit of money. I believe they're like 20,000 a piece. So I would maybe 25. But I absolutely would like to offer up these swords instead of, you know, already readies. Already readies. What kind of English is that? But there we go, we did it, and we managed to get ourselves a second clan recruited. I am chuffed to bits with that, to be fair. So we've got 2 already, which is absolutely awesome. We did fail at recruiting 1, but hey, I'm happy with this. Now, it's said that that guy was our prisoner. I was just wondering if he was my prisoner, but unfortunately, I don't think he is. I think he may be my kingdom's prisoner. I wonder where he could be. But I'm absolutely chuffed to bits that we managed to recruit 2. That will do for now, so let's get on with the episode. We can see that my clans are kind of just roaming around. They're going to be too small to recruit into an army, unfortunately. But we might be able to get some cheeky little battles and more points. Like I said in the last episode, I'm kind of farming Sturgia at the moment. I'm farming them for influence more than anything else. And of course, we can take him prisoner because we don't need good relationship with the king. Being a young kingdom, we need influence. Influence is basically our gold when you just start a kingdom because you can use it for so many different things. Again, I did say this in the last episode, but I know that some people are switching here and there with what is good for them. But influence is used for making peace. It is used for turning companions into lords, and of course for creating those all-important first policies. So influence is so useful for us right now. And again, that's why we're kind of lucky. We're in a very lucky position where we have Sturgia. Of course, when I was a vassal, we was attacking Sturgia quite a lot. So we knew that Sturgia was one of the smallest kingdoms on the map. And we're now able just to farm them, which has been really, really useful. See if we can get in this battle again. Now, one thing I would say about recruiting different lords, don't think just because you recruited a lord or a clan that they're your clan for life. They can leave you, and they will leave you if they are unhappy and get a better offer. Keeping your clan happy is really important. Keeping the clans within your kingdom happy is really important for a number of different reasons. It will mean that that clan will stay with you, and it will also mean that you'll get the support of that clan when it comes to making decisions. So if everyone has one castle, one piece of land, and has a little bit of money, 20,000 dinars, that's all it takes to keep people happy, then they're more likely to support you. If every clan in your kingdom has a piece of land, then they're not all bickering for a bit of land. So they're more likely to give you the vote when you've taken over another piece of land. So at the moment, we've now got 2 clans without without territory, without land of any kind. So when we do finally start taking over castles, taking over towns, they're all going to be demanding their bit.
It's been a while.
So keep that in mind. It's well worth to make sure you do share out your castles with your lords. This is another nice, easy win. We're not going to have to do any battles here. We did actually lose someone. Again, this is why simulating your battles do suck sometimes, because we absolutely would not have lost anyone in that fight, but yet somehow one person did manage to die, despite them being like 30-1 odds. Let's see who's in this castle. I haven't been down here. The town had so many lords in it. You never know. The castle may have some people in it. Oh, there's only one person inside.
It's been a while.
Ah, there we go. So we found someone we possibly could have recruited, but they're happy. You know, they're more than happy where they are. They've probably owned that castle. Not that I've looked. And of course, if a clan does own a castle, I don't believe you can recruit them.
It's been a while.
And again, there we go. We can't recruit him either. He's quite happy where he is, so therefore we will kill him. To be fair, it does say our purse, you know, we're not able to recruit him. We do have not enough money for my liking right now. 1.9 million is something I would like to improve upon.
I give up.
But I kind of want to recruit, if I can, one more clan in this video. Just have to try and find the right one. Let's visit this over here. There may be some lords over here. Stewardship just leveled up. We have a lot of wounded. Kind of need to fix that. Let some time waste down and get back up to full strength. The last thing I'd want to do is accidentally run into an army. I mean, not that Sturgio could probably put together much of an army, but still don't like being weak. They do have a ton of parties roaming around still, though. Ah, hold on a minute. This guy. Only 14 people in his party, but I swear he is a clan leader. Let's have a look. What are you saying exactly? Music to my ears, my friend. 89%. Oh, and a critical success. We're doing that quite a lot at the moment. I like that. And we got 100% chance down here too. And so we only need one more point, and we got 2 questions. Oh, 22%. Are you kidding me right now? But we got it. Look at that. A flip of a coin, 1 in 5 chance, and we actually managed to get our point at 22%. Quite excited by that. But as you saw, we started off really high at 89%, I think was our first question. 100% chance on our second question, but the percentage just dropped dramatically to 22%. If we got a critical fail, then we wouldn't have been able to recruit him at all, no matter what happened. So my advice about saving before interacting with these kind of conversations in order to recruit a lord, absolutely vital, guys. Make sure you do it. It looks like this clan is going to cost me a ton of money as well. As you can see, we've already put up 6 swords, each one of them costing a damn lot. So he's going to cost me an absolute bomb to recruit. Now, this is probably because it could be a trait. Traits matter a lot. it's another thing that I actually forgot to mention earlier in the video. If you go to recruit a clan and the clan leader has negative traits and you have positive traits, those negative traits basically mean that they're greedy for one. So they're going to want maximum amount of money for you. That's another thing that could drastically drive up the price of the clan that you're trying to recruit. So marrying up your traits, if you've got positive, for instance, with other clan members that are positive, that can help. Saying that though, if you try and snatch a clan from someone and they are, for instance, loyal, they're not going to want to leave their kingdom because it goes against their very nature. So that's another thing to consider. Sometimes you're trying to figure out, well, I'm a bigger kingdom, I have good relation, I've got a ton of money, but they just refuse to talk to me. It could be down to their traits. As you can see, this clan is costing me an absolute fortune to recruit. It is what it is, but you know what, at the end of the day, we have recruited 3 clans within this one video. Considering I've only got a companion as a lord before that, I'm well happy. We are now a kingdom of 5 clans. And you know what? It's not a ton, but it's absolutely a start, and a really good start now. I think we're going to be able to put together a pretty decent army. I know a lot of our parties aren't ready to recruit right now, but I think we're going to be able to do a good thing with the people we've managed to recruit. We had a ton of prisoners, including the king, I believe. We had old Ragnar. I should have chopped his head off, but I'm sure if I'd have done that, I would have got... Considering I'm trying to be friends with people at the moment, that's probably not the good idea. I still haven't managed to clear out my inventory, and it looks like my town has a good bit of money on me, on them. And as we just spent an absolute fortune, getting a little bit of money is a good idea. Now, one problem is that I did actually spend... I say spend, but I spent all of my crafted weapons. So whether it's on screen, off screen, let me know down in the comments what you'd prefer. I'm going to need to smith a ton of swords and sell them around the continent to get some of that money back. As you can see, our bank balance did take a huge hit. We was almost up to, I believe we almost had 3 million at the start of when we created our kingdom. And that was only a couple of episodes ago. So since then, we have spent a ton of money when it comes to tributes to other kingdoms, and of course recruiting those lords, as well as the upkeep of all of the troops that we're having to garrison and run in armies. And that's why I highly recommend not starting a kingdom under, I'd say, under 5 million. They say don't do it less than 1 million. 10 million's comfort zone, but if you can do it around 5 million, I did it around 3 million, you can kind of be comfortable then. You're still going to have to get more money though. We have too many troops. Put some in a garrison. I like seeing our garrison so full. That is comforting. Manage the prisoners. Again, selling all your prisoners in the tavern. I find a really good cheeky way to earn a quick bit of money. Of course, you would earn the roguery skill doing that too. Now, I wonder, let's have a look. Now, that does look good, doesn't it? Look at that, guys. We have 5 clans in our kingdom right now, including the clan that we created, of course. Oh, no. Look at that. So the clan that cost us the most money is actually the smallest one that we recruited, which is a bit of a shame. But we do match Sturgia almost in clans now. In power, I guess. I like that. I think clans equal power. let's see what kind of army we can create now. So we got the brother that has a march size of 200. We have our own party guys. They're not really too much, to be fair. And it looks like we can recruit another 3 right now, with another 4 trying to gather enough troops to actually be called. Now, it's going to take a little bit of time for your newly recruited clans to actually get back up to strength when it comes to recruiting those troops. As you saw, Sturgia kind of, they've been kicked around the map a lot, not just by me, but by other kingdoms as well. They have no money, which is why their party sizes are so small. I don't even believe at this stage they have enough money to raise an army, because of course their own parties or clans don't have enough money to hire troops or have enough troops in order to be called for an army. And look at that, we are marching with 940 troops. Now, I'm pretty chuffed with that, to be fair, and that's not even the biggest army we can raise either. It is right now, but give it a bit of time and we'll have bigger numbers. Now, for us, considering we've only just started our kingdom, a couple of episodes ago, I'm pretty happy with this. Oh, they are plowing people in. Let's besiege. Let's see what our numbers would look like. It looks like they have a lot of defenders, but I'm pretty sure... There we go. That's what I thought. And so a little while ago, I did actually attack their walls. We starved them out, in actual fact, killing off the garrison that they had. They had 500 troops, 600 troops garrisoned. We starved them out and broke their walls. They've managed to repair one wall. But as you can see, one wall is still only on a tad of house. I don't think it's going to take us too long to smack down this. I feel like it would be very, very cool if we managed to take this town in this episode. Icing on the cake, if you will. And we do certainly have more than enough troops. Unfortunately, with the way the game's mechanics work with sieging, if we sent all troops, we have a high probability of probably not being able to get through, and we'd have so many deaths. It would be so bad. My advice for all sieges is absolutely siege. Lead your troops, lead the assault. If you're worried that your console isn't going to be able to take it, take a step back. I've done it many a time. I believe I've even done it within this playthrough. I will just sit at the back of the siege, allow my troops to go forth, and they seem to do a lot better job than me just simulating the battle. There we go. And as you can see, as we are building our siege weapons, we're making sure to remove them into reserves, so that way once we've got 4, or the last one is built, we're able to then put out 4, and then we'll have all 4 firing at the same time. That way their catapults can't focus target on one, and we're able to take them out a bit better then. It took me so long to play this game before even realizing you could do this with the siege weapons. And it used to make the sieges so much longer, obviously. Because you'd only ever have one catapult, one trebuchet firing at all of theirs at the same time. It'd be painful. But our 4 trebuchets certainly make quick work of all of those catapults, which was quite tasty. Let's have a look. I think we got ourselves a point. I don't think it was him, but we might as well do it, as we haven't done this one for a while. I think either or work pretty good. 5% recovery rate, chance to recruit. We'll do the top one on this occasion. Prosperity is always pretty good, but I also like this loyalty per day. That's more if we're a governor, but we're going to go for it. You never know. Let's give him more of a smith, because of course my surgeon is my main smith, or at least one of my main smiths. And I was going to give him endurance, but I feel like he needs more intelligence. That way we can actually max out his surgery skills. Yeah, he's still got a good few amount of points to go there. But it was actually my engineer I wanted. I got distracted. Let's see if we can find the engineer. Now, my engineer is actually my little sister. She's grown up now. And, of course, she has focused down in being a smith and, of course, our engineer too. I think for my brother, I'm going to go for scouting as well as being an engineer. Sorry, as well as being a smith. Scouting and smithing. I like to print money, so having lots of smiths is really good. We've got one more wall to break down. Come on, wall, you can do it. Now, unfortunately, even if I do manage to capture this town, one more attack, there we go. Even if we do manage to capture this town, unfortunately, it's probably not going to go to me. I have just hired, of course, 3 brand new clans. So one of them is going to want this. Most likely, all of them, all 3 are going to go for it. Which means there's not going to be any slots for me to have it. I always like having towns. I like to have every single town I can in the game. Especially this one. It's so close to my main city. So it's going to be a shame to see this one go, actually. But like I said, it's really important to balance out your kingdom. So it's not going to be too much of a loss. I guess as long as I give it to anyone apart from that guy that cost me an absolute bomb and all my swords. Because that guy just took the Michael. Now, I did just see that catapult up here just took out a ton of my troops. So I possibly hit the button to charge too soon. I should have waited until my trebuchets actually took out that catapult. It's a shame I don't have my bow on me either, because that would be a really good, probably easy kill as well on that guy. See if we can work our way in. Don't have a battering ram. Maybe we can work in. We do have our trusty sword. Absolute meat beast it is. Because luckily we're on horseback, so we might be able to squeeze our way in. Come on, squeeze in. Work your way in. Wiggle, wiggle. Oh, I think we can attack someone. Let's have a go. Nope. Hey, there we go. We done some damage. Oh, our troops overwhelmed that straight away, didn't they? Very nice. Now, I just want to make sure that that catapult doesn't attack my troops. Any more troops that come in. It looks like we've already won, to be fair. They have so few troops left. I feel like the troops that they had stationed in front of those walls would have been the majority, if not all, of their troops. See, they have a few archers down there, but I believe our boys are going to absolutely swarm them in a second. Was it on top of here? No. It was over there. Oh, that's annoying. I think... Oh, hello. Either our trebuchet blew them up or they've already retreated. There must be a lone guy still about. Let's have a charge. We'll select everyone, call them to charge, and hopefully we'll be able to get that last guy. They're all moving. I saw that. They're all running for that last guy wherever he is. Well, that was a really easy raid. Very, very easy. I like that. I like an easy win. And we managed to get ourselves a little kill too, so. There we go. Battle finished. Now we should be able to charge for the keep. Yeah, see, they retreated to the keep. We only lost one person. 6 injuries. Not bad. And now there's 25 left. A number of these are going to be lords by the looks of it. We can bring 18 Fane champions. I ain't going to bring anyone else. Those guys are beasts. We got out their swords. Oh, I'm using my little one. I need to get that off, to be fair. There we go. We've done some damage. Oh, 132 damage in that swing then. Devastating. Absolute git of a sword this is. Yeah, I think he was the last one. There we go. Battle 1. And what that means is we have actually got ourselves a brand new town as well. Happy days, guys. Look at that. All that juicy influence and renown. Love it. I don't think we can recruit any more clans from Sturgia, so we have taken ourselves a little prisoner. Managed to rescue a few of our own lords as well. I believe they would have been captured straight as we, recruited them in. That is a lot of prisoners. But this is a town, so we're going to be able to sell them immediately. Of course, we're over our troop limit, but that's fine as well. And there's some good loot here. Show mercy. I think that's always the better option, especially if you plan to keep the territory. And even if I don't end up owning this town, I do want them to have some troops. Let's give them the excess. But there we go, guys. I'm going to end this episode here. I'm stoked with what we've managed to achieve in this episode. Not only have we recruited 3 brand new clans to our baby kingdom, but we've actually managed to take out Sturgia's capital, their last remaining town. So I think that's a pretty good episode for our 30th episode. If you have enjoyed what you watched today, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and comment your thoughts down below. Be very interested to know what you think of this episode. And a big thank you for joining once again, guys. I've been a monk who's been critically clueless, and I will see you in the next episode real soon. Until then, take it easy and happy gaming.